morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Happy holidays to you. Per usual, at your seats is at the helm, and there's a couple of things that I really want you to take note of at some point in time, but pay attention up here, is our Hutto Citizens Academy, and Chief Sheets may be mentioning that when he gets up here. And then secondly, we graduated our 6th class of Hutto Citizens University this past week, and there's a photograph of all of those people, and that's kind of a leadership program and learn about municipalities that the city has been doing for the last 6 years. I think it's been a very informative and educational program for citizens to understand how municipal government operates. Besides that, I want to kind of veer just a little bit from what normally this little 2-minute drill, and I know none of us are up here for only 2 minutes to talk about what's going on, but I just kind of want to use this time to reflect a little bit. And 5 years ago, Mayor Ken Love and I were on the interview panel with the candidates for the EDC director position. And Ken and I sat with Scott at Java Rocks, and I guess that was where the having coffee with Scott sort of got established. And, you know, we talked about what Scott had done in Round Rock, and then what he had done in Mississippi, and more importantly for us, what he thought he could bring to Hutto. So we're going to fast forward just a little bit, and obviously Scott was hired. And there was going to be one of the big openings for SH 130, and it was right here in Hutto, and I thought, hey, this is a great opportunity for me to take Scott there and introduce him to a lot of the people around town. Well, little did I know, and a bit embarrassed, Scott probably knew 5 people for every 1 person that I knew at this event. So it was really, the tables were turning, and he was introducing me, which was okay. But what I was struck with was the way people were coming up to Scott, you know, and, oh, I heard you were in town, so glad you're back. If there's anything that we can do to help you, just call us. And it was at that point that I realized that we really had something in Scott Martinez. So Scott, during those first years, the EDC didn't have very much money. We didn't have very many sales tax dollars in the EDC, so had to be very frugal about what he did. But he went to work putting together a very professional economic development corporation. And he developed a website, got a tagline, got a new logo, hired staff, started working on policies and procedures, and of course developed this economic development power breakfast that we have once a month. And whenever I meet new people and they're asking me about Hutto, I will always tell them, if you've got one meeting a month that you can come to Hutto, come to the Power Breakfast, because it's an opportunity to get a little glimpse of everything that's going on in town, plus have a speaker that is always very informative. So Scott really put economic development on the map for Hutto, and certainly are well known across the state. Probably the biggest accomplishment that I think that Scott has brought to us is a demonstration of what partnerships can be. And between Ed, Broussard, and Scott, and Temple College and TSTC, we obviously have seen what can occur with that, and we're witnessing it right now just west of us with the building of the campus, and how exciting that is. And of course then Hutto EDC became the first accredited economic development corporation in the region, and now Scott's a certified educator. So Scott, would you come up here for a minute, please? Scott, like Doug said, Scott is a personal friend to many of us. He's an employer for a couple of wonderful ladies. He's a good neighbor. I know his neighbor is here in the audience today. He has a strong faith. He is professional and is well recognized. He knows how to be tactful in delicate situations. See, I'm not going to embarrass you too much. But he exemplifies what we look for in a leader. And that's being honest, to have high integrity, dedication, and a sense of respect to those that he works with. So today, I am so honored to be able to present to Scott the first ever City of Hutto Office of the Mayor Leadership Excellence Coin. And this is a limited edition. Scott, we're just so proud of what you have brought to Hutto and the friendships that you have made. We are going to miss you so much, and I can't imagine a better person to get this first one.